All right, ready to unlock your inner polyglot.
Sounds exciting.
Today's deep dive, we're busting the myth that you got to be perfect to speak a new language fluently.
Oh, I like it.
You know the feeling brain short circuits when you try to make a sentence?
Oh, yeah, universal struggle, right?
Ugh, it's like all the grammar rules and vocab just explodes in your head.
Like the simplest thing, gone.
I remember learning Italian, hours on verb conjugation. But then, in a real conversation, freeze up.
It's frustrating, yeah. But there's a better way.
More enjoyable too, right?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of today. Fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about changing things, embracing the messy action.
Okay, I'm hooked. What's the secret?
Speak first, fix later.
Huh, like riding a bike. You don't learn by reading a physics book.
Exactly. You get on, wobble, fall maybe, but eventually you get it. Language is the same.
So less overthinking, more just letting it flow.
Yes, and the more you speak, even if it's messy, your brain adapts fast. It's like training your brain to think in that language directly.
Wow, so speaking rewires our brains to be more fluent. That takes the pressure off sounding like a textbook all the time.
It does. Think about babies, how they learn. No stressing about grammar rules. They just...
True. Fearless little language machines, they just blurt things out.
And with so much joy, what if we could tap back into that? As adults, I mean.
Okay, I'm sold. Speak first, fix later. But how do we put it into practice? Easy to say don't be scared of mistakes, but the fear is real.
I get it. We need tools, techniques, silence that inner critic. One simple thing. Use the language in your everyday thought.
You mean like narrate my life in my head, even if it's just describing what I'm doing?
Yeah, your own personal language immersion program. Surroundings, actions, feelings. The key is thinking in the language as much as possible. Helps your brain form sentence naturally.
Love it. A language workout, even when I'm not studying. What other tricks are there?
Let go of being a grammar robot. Grammar's important, sure, but when you're talking, the goal is to communicate, not to be perfect. Loosen up, make mistakes, focus on getting your message across.
So being understood is more important than perfect grammar. Whew, that's a relief.
And research shows native speakers don't always catch small errors, confident and expressive.
Like when someone tells a great story, you're so into it, you don't notice if they stumble a bit.
Right, it's the energy that matters. And speaking of tools, there's technique, shadowing.
Shadowing? Is that like mimicking a native speaker?
Exactly, like a pronunciation coach in your ear. You find audio, video of native speakers, could be anything, podcasts, movies, and you match their rhythm, intonation, everything.
Sounds kind of fun. Karaoke for language learning. But how does it fight the fear of...
Training wheels for your tongue. You absorb natural speech patterns, it becomes muscle memory. So you speak more spontaneous without overthinking.
Makes sense, especially for things like intonation. Hard to learn that from books alone. So thinking in the language, letting go of grammar perfection, and shadowing. Anything else?
Become your own language.
Wait, you mean talk to myself? Because I already do that enough.
But this time, it's a good thing. It might feel weird, but talking out loud, even practicing conversations in the mirror, helps you get comfortable with your own voice.
I used to do that for presentations in college. Helped me feel more confident. It works for public speaking. Why not for languages?
Exactly. Find what works and...
So we've got ways to rewire our brain, quiet that inner critic. But what about in a real conversation? How do we stay calm when the pressure's on?
Question. Embrace simplicity. Don't try building these complex sentences right away. Short, clear phrases that get your...
So better to get the words out than to get stuck.
Yes. Fluency is about communicating. You can always refine later. First, get comfortable with...
Like building a house. Start with the foundation, add details later.
Exactly. And this is crucial. Embrace mistakes. This trips up so many learners.
I know. Everyone says don't be afraid to make mistakes, but easier said than done. Get that cringy feeling when I mess up.
In the natural, we're taught to see mistakes as failure. But what if they were valuable feedback? Each stumble, each pause, each grammar flub, it's a chance to learn.
Okay, I like that. Like those quotes about falling down 7 times, getting up 8.
Exactly. The more you practice, you'll realize native speakers make mispronunciations, grammar slip-ups, even weird slang. But they keep talking.
Huh. Never thought of it that way. Maybe I've been too hard on myself.
It's common. Fluency isn't about some perfect state. It's about the journey, the joy of learning and growing.
So insightful. I'm feeling more motivated to just break out and talk, mistakes and all.
That's the spirit. And speaking of breaking out, there's this challenge that can help you. Unlocks your spontaneous ability. Hear about it.
Absolutely. Bring it on.
It's the spontaneous speaking challenge. Train your brain to think and speak right there on the bot.
Ooh, sounds a bit nerve-wracking, but fun.
It pushes you, yeah. But that's where the good stuff happens. Remember, it's not about a perfect speech. It's getting those words out, thinking directly in the language.
So the process matters more than the result.
Yeah, a workout for your fluency. Like any workout, it gets easier, more fun, the more you do.
I'm convinced. Gotta try it. But what should I talk about? I don't exactly have a TED Talk with it.
Keep it simple. Your favorite food, your daily routine, even a dream Vicky.
Oh, I see. Stuff we talk about all the time, just in a different language. Takes the pressure off being super smart or whatever.
Exactly. Choose something comfy. Focus on expressing yourself, like taking the training wheels off, letting your brain go.
This could be really powerful. No pressure to be perfect, so we speak more naturally.
Yes. And you can do it anywhere, Anytime. Waiting for the bus. Boom. Spontaneous speaking challenge. Cooking dinner. Describe each step out loud. More you do it, faster you'll see results.
All right, game on. Let me think. Okay, how I unwind after a long day. Deep breath. Here goes. After a long day, nothing beats a hot bath, a good book, and some herbal tea. Light some candles, dim the lights, let all the stress melt away. It's my little peace haven, time to recharge.
That was great. So natural, I could picture it. The warm water, the candles, everything.
Wow, thanks. Didn't even realize I hit 30 seconds. It just flowed.
See, that's the power of it. You break free from overthinking, tap into that natural communication ability, trusting your brain.
Definitely adding this to my routine. So simple yet so effective. Speaking of mindset, how do our thoughts and beliefs affect our language learning? Seems like confidence and fluency are linked.
Big time. Our mindset is huge. One big hurdle is fear of making mistakes. Leads to hesitation, self-doubt, just not speaking.
Oh, I know it. My inner critic goes, you're not good enough, you'll sound stupid, everyone will judge you. It's paralyzing.
It's common, but we can change it. Here's a powerful confidence comes from action, not from waiting to feel ready.
So don't wait for that perfect moment. Just dive in and let confidence build as we go.
Yeah, let's fake it till you make it. Act confident, even if you don't feel it, and it starts to become real. Every time you speak, push past fear, and bam, more confidence for next.
Break the cycle, like just taking that first step.
Yes. And another thing, let go of perfection. Tough for some, but language learning is messy. It's about embracing the stumbles, the silences, the whole shebang.
Like learning to dance. You don't expect to be amazing right away. You'll step on toes, trip, maybe faceplant. But that's how we learn.
Exactly. And the more you dance, the smoother you get. So allow those mistakes, laugh it off, and enjoy the process.
I love that. Takes the pressure off, makes it more fun, more curious.
And that's when the magic happens. Relaxed, engaged, open to messing up. Our brains learn better. We're not avoiding failure. We're in the moment, enjoying it.
Like when you try too hard to remember something and it's gone, but relax and it pops up.
Same with languages. Too focused on being perfect, block our embrace the mess, the joy of discovery, and we grow like crazy.
This is eye-opening. Language learning isn't about reaching some far-off goal. It's about the journey, celebrating every step.
Beautifully put. Makes me think of another compare yourself to your past self. Easy to compare to others, especially, but everyone learns each journey.
Oh, that comparison trap is dangerous. See someone fluent on Instagram and boom, I feel so behind.
Yeah, but you're seeing a tiny part of the story. You don't know their struggles, their methods, how long they've been at it. The only comparison that matters for. Are you more confident than a month? Understanding more than less? If so, you're...
So true. Focus on personal growth, not external validation.
Eggs. And speaking of growth, one last. Embrace discomfort. Speaking a new language pushes us out of our comfort zones. It's going to happen. It's awkward. It's frustrating, but those feelings mean you're on the...
So the butterflies, the urge to hide when I mess up, those are actually good.
They are. They mean you're stretching, challenging yourself. Embrace them. They're leading you to something amazing. Communicating in a new language, connecting with a whole new world.
This is empowering, seeing those uncomfortable moments not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones.
That's it. Language learning is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the ups and downs, and it'd be so much more.
I feel like I can breathe again. So energized about language learning.
That's what we like to. Amazing how changing how we think can totally change us. Remember, you've got what it takes. Just got to take that first step. Believe in.
Thanks to this deep dive, I've got a whole toolbox now to beat that fear. Finally reach that fluency.
That's the attitude. And before we go, something to think about. What's one little thing you can do today, right now? Stop overthinking. Start.
Ooh, I like that. A challenge. Maybe try that spontaneous speaking thing, or think in the language while I'm getting ready, or even just ask for help at a store in the new language.
Exactly. Build that momentum bit by bit. And hey, fluency isn't the finish line. It's the whole journey. Enjoy the ride.
So true. Well, a huge thank you for all this wisdom, and to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep talking. See you next time.
Happy speaking, everyone.